Hey guys, welcome back. Andrew here with Ambient Endeavors, and today I'm really excited to show you a really cool, really interesting guitar that I've got in the studio here that in a lot of ways seems like it's right out of the 60s in terms of specs, in terms of feel and playability and vibe. We're going to get to that in a second here, but first I want to talk about and thank my sponsor for today's video, Reverb.com. If you're anything like me, you have bought and sold on Reverb probably for years, but they're doing a cool new thing called the Reverb Outlet. They sent over this guitar, which is available in the outlet store, but basically the outlet is a place where you can get new or like new gear for 20% off or more from trusted dealers across the country. You can browse a catalog of over 10,000 products ranging from pedals to amps to guitars like this one, pro audio gear, all sorts of stuff, and get some great discounts on those products by shopping the outlet store. You also get fast free shipping and easy returns if you don't end up liking the gear. But please do check out the Reverb Outlet shop, and I'm going to share my affiliate link below. You can use that to access the outlet store to browse some different gear there and also help support the channel here if you make a purchase through that link. So I'm going to give some specific links to this guitar and some of the other gear that I used for making this video, but the Reverb Outlet shop is a great place to browse gear and get some great deals. So let's get back to the guitar. Today we're talking about the Hagstrom 67 Viking II. It feels like it's straight out of 1967, and we're going to talk about the specs, talk about the characteristics of this guitar that kind of make it stand out, and then hear some sounds from clean to dirty in a sound sample section at the end here. You heard it in the intro sketch. I really had a blast kind of leaning into some of the airy and kind of gritty yet sparkly tones of this guitar, and we'll just run it down quick and then give you some more opportunities to hear it. One of the first things I noticed about this guitar when I opened it up was the neck. A couple qualities of this guitar that separate it from your standard offerings from some of the bigger brands. It has a thin 40mm nut. It reminds me of an old 70s ES325 I have from Gibson, and they were kind of making necks and nuts a little bit thinner back in the day in the 60s and 70s. It was fairly common to have that thinner nut width. So that was something I immediately noticed, and sort of the playability of the neck here. It's a shorter scale neck as well, 24.5 inches scale length. And so those combinations of specs just kind of lend itself to an interesting playing experience. The way that the frets are spaced and the way that the neck just kind of flows is different and definitely feels like a vintage instrument there. It's a really beautiful guitar. It's a hollow body with flame maple construction on the body, a maple neck. It has a bolt-on neck, if you notice, on the back, which is another kind of interesting quality that you sometimes would see in brands from the 60s and 70s. I'm thinking of my Starcaster, a semi-hollow guitar that has that bolt-on neck. And then you have a composite fretboard. It really looks and feels kind of somewhere between an ebony or a rosewood. It's really beautifully appointed with the perloid inlays here and a double inlay at the 12th fret for you to have that marker. It has some really cool gold foil type pickups that give you that kind of bright, crisp top end, all while retaining some of that low mid warmth and growl when you add some dirt or dig into them. And so it's just some really fun tones you can get with the combination of those pickups, the hollow body construction that gives that kind of air and life to the instrument, and the shorter scale, like I mentioned. Gold hardware throughout. Like I said, a really nice flame maple top here and a transparent red finish on this one. They come in a couple different finishes if you prefer, and you can check those out on the Reverb Outlet shop as well. So again, thanks to Reverb for sending this guitar over for the video. Thanks for sponsoring this video, and we're going to dive into some sound samples here and hear how the 67 Viking II sounds. We're going to run this into a small pedal board of pedals featuring an Origin Effects compressor at the front end, EAE Limelight for some overdrive at times, Strymon Volante for some delay, Line6 HX ONE for any modulation we're using, and then a Neunaber Wet reverb. It's running into this amp behind me, an old 60s Fender Princeton Non-Reverb, and it's being fed into our UA aux box before hitting the DAW. Check it out. Thanks again for watching. Please hit subscribe below if you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed already. It keeps you up to date and is a huge support for me to keep doing these videos I'm doing. And hit the Reverb outlet links below if you're shopping for a new guitar, checking out new pedals, and want to get a deal from Reverb there. Take care.
you.